Hey guys, so today I am making breakfast for myself. Tim and the kids ran to do one of our last milk share runs, which is kind of bittersweet for us. But I am here at home making breakfast for myself. And I looked up and on my counter, they're really nasty looking, but I've got two buckets. I've got this bucket over here, which is my chicken bucket, and this is my pig bucket. And as we're heading into garden season and farmers market seasons and stuff, if you cook a lot from scratch, so I'm talking like raw ingredients like lettuces and tomatoes and cucumbers and carrots and all these things, as you're cooking with them, throw a bucket or a bowl or something on your counter, and it will help in a couple of ways. Number one, it's super important for me to minimize my waste. I struggle with throwing away food even after it's gone bad. So when I have a bucket on my counter, number one, it's going to cut down on waste, and I'll tell you why in a second. Number two, it's going to cut down on my chicken feed and my pig feed, and here's why. Those scraps, like the outside of a carrot or the stem of, like for this morning, I'm having asparagus, kale, and eggs. The stems of the kale that I don't like, my chickens like. And so, no, it doesn't completely replace my feed bill at this time, but it does go toward it. It gives them extra greens, gives them things that the dry feed necessarily doesn't immediately provide. So that's super exciting to be able to utilize my waste to feed my chickens, to cut down on my costs, to then have yummy, delicious eggs for breakfast. Or yummy, delicious bacon for breakfast. So now, what if you don't have chickens? What if you don't have pigs? What is the purpose of keeping all of these scraps? Well, if you garden, you can start a compost pile. And if you don't know a ton about compost, there's lots of information out there. I'm not super good at composting because most of my scraps go to my animals. But you get a bucket, a bag, a barrel, 4 pallets. There's lots of different ways to do it. Make a pile in your backyard, and you just start putting your food scraps on there, and you start making compost. And this is really great, especially if you're a gardener, because you can use that compost to feed your future plants. So you're just recycling the plant waste. Now, what if you don't have a garden? What if you don't have chickens? Do you know somebody who might want those food scraps? Now, maybe not every day, but if you're like, hey, I'm coming by your house, I've got a bucket of scraps, do you want it? Hey, we cut up a big watermelon for a barbecue the other night, do you want my watermelon scraps? Sure, I'll bring them to you at church, throw them in a Walmart bag, that sort of thing. So I love this time of year because I get to see those buckets fill up so much faster. I put my coffee grounds in there. Now, I feed my coffee grounds to the chickens because they don't eat it. I don't feed coffee grounds to the pigs because the idea of a caffeinated pig is terrifying to me. So the chickens, I get coffee filters that are biodegradable. So all of that goes straight out to the chickens' run. It adds to the compost in their run. Again, so while you're out, prepping your barbecues or your daily meals and your lunches, your salads, your breakfasts, whatever, maybe this year try something different. Maybe put a bowl or a bucket. We store ours under the sink. I know that there's super cute ones that have lids that you can put on the counter so it's not out of sight, out of mind. And it's just a fun way to cut down on wastes, to utilize things that you already have for a beneficial reason. And in the end, you're just seeing your efforts to eat healthier, more nutritious food exponentially increase because less waste, you're utilizing your waste for something beneficial, plus you're getting to eat good food. So that's just my little thought for the day while I'm making breakfast. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. We have lots of rain, so I'm gonna do some stuff here around the house, some piddling, and hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Bye.